it's not really scary, but anyways. Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my random ass videos. Today's definitely a random ass video because last night I couldn't go to sleep and I was just scrolling on TikTok and I'm gonna insert the post that I seen. I ended up seeing this post that basically said, "Tell me your conspiracy theories that you believe are 100% true." And then that kind of got me intrigued because I remember when I was younger, I used to always love watching videos of conspiracy theories and like spooky stuff like that. And I know Halloween's over, but I'm just doing this video to let go of the Halloween season and welcome the Christmas season because I'm definitely ready for that. So make sure you guys subscribe for those future Christmas videos, but subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, I'm just gonna get basically straight into the conspiracy theories. So basically, it was just like people like in the comments like just saying like their conspiracy theories. So these, I don't know what that beep was, but basically these are my conspiracy theories. These are other people's conspiracy theories. So I'm freshly showered. That's why I have my robe on, and yes, I have clothes under it. If you guys were wondering. Anyways, so I'm freshly showered and I just gardened and I'm ready to get into these stories. So let's just get straight in. I'm gonna be reading them off my phone because I screenshotted them last night while I wasn't able to sleep. So let's just get straight into these. Alright, so the first one says I'm gonna probably insert like the screenshot somewhere in here. I don't know, but the first one says I feel like ghosts only show their full form to kids because they know no one would believe them. And I kind of believe that because I have a story from when I was younger. Mm, should I tell it? I'm not going to tell the full story because it's kind of long, but basically, I don't know if it was a ghost, but what is the word? Oh, like a mimic. Like it was kind of like a mimic, basically, of what I saw. Because I thought it was my mom, but it wasn't my mom. It was a long story, and I was very scared. But yeah, I honestly do believe in ghosts. I've only really had like one experience, so I don't know like too much about that or don't have like very much like experience with that, but I do believe in ghosts. So now we're just gonna get into the second one. This one says, "What if death is not the end and it's just the beginning?" And that one kind of like intrigued me because I remember when I was younger, I used to think like, what happens like when you like aren't here anymore? And I've always thought about it. I remember when I was younger, I used to think that when you die, like you get like put into like a different energy. Like I don't know how to describe it now, but I remember when I was a kid, I used to like think that like your like energy is still here, but like you're not here. I don't know if you guys know what I'm trying to say. Let's just get into the next one. So this one isn't scary, but it did have me cracking up in my bed at like 12:30 a.m. It says, "What if dot 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 Santa doesn't exist and it's just our parents putting these gifts under our Christmas tree?" Like the way that they're trolling in the comments really had me crying in my bed at like 12:30 at night. I was laughing about that for like a good minute. But we're going to get into an actual conspiracy theory now. What if every time we dream ourselves, that person, in parentheses, or basically you, is actually the alternate version of us in an alternate universe? And this one was kind of crazy because a couple of nights ago, I did have a dream and it was a nightmare. I literally woke up with sweats and I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was scared. But I did go right back to sleep because I was very tired. But oh, anyways, basically in the dream, I was in an alternate universe or whatever you want to call it, and everyone was like being like really mean to me and like shitty, and it sucked, and I hated it, and it was a nightmare, and yeah, it was a terrible dream. But about the conspiracy theory, I don't know. That's kind of like it's like hard to process. But it just like stuck to me because I had that dream a couple of nights ago. So I was like, what if that dream was a little bit true? All right, but let's get on to our next one. Artists and famous people name their kids random stuff so they can hide their official name from the internet. And then that really had me thinking because I started thinking about certain celebrities that kids have like odd or like not like common names. And I was like, what if that's like just like a cover name for like their actual name because their life is already public as it is, so they just want that like little bit of privacy like for their kids and stuff. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them because people be weird. But let's get into the next one. I 100% believe there is a cure for cancer and diabetes. However, those two diseases alone make, why do I not know how to say this? I'm gonna try my best. Pharmaceutical companies billions yearly. I hope I said that word right. Don't correct me if I didn't. But I low-key feel like that could be true because you never know like what's being hidden. Like you never know. I mean, let's not get that deep, but there was a reply to the comment, and the reply was saying, I genuinely believe there's a cure for all sorts of diseases, and most of them are natural remedies that can be made with herbs and other natural things. But like you said, the pharmaceutical, I think that's what it is. Pharmaceutical industries forbid the public from learning such knowledge. Somehow, my grandma used to have two cookbooks with natural remedies for diseases. I don't know if she still has it though, but they were herbs and plants you could find in different countries and shit. Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if there was like cures for diseases and stuff, because literally, like, you don't know like what's being hidden or like what's the truth and what's not. Spooky, right? But let's get into the next story. Well, not a story, but conspiracy theory. This one, I'm pretty sure this one is like actually like true. Like there might be research, but I don't know. Oh, also I forgot to state that what is the word? These are all alleged. They're not true. We don't know if they're true, but they're all alleged. We don't know. Anyways, companies slow down phone after 1.5 to 2 years of purchase. And honestly, I really do believe that because I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and well, not even just the battery, because my battery sucks. I could charge my phone in the morning and then I go to work, and then literally like after a couple of hours my phone is like already dying and needs to be on the charger. But even like when I try to do like stuff that I've like done like when I've just gotten the phone, like my phone is like a lot more slower. I do need to upgrade though because the new phone just came out and I'm still on the 13 Pro Max. I've had this phone for a couple of years, but let's get on to the next conspiracy theory. AI was made just so stuff can be passed as AI. When it's real, we won't be phased. And I kind of believe that because, like, when you're scrolling on TikTok and stuff and you see, like, all the AI videos, like, they look, like, scarily believable. Well, not even believable, but, like, they, like, look, like, real. And then I also feel like I've heard before that, like, the people that's, like, in the AI videos is, like, faces, like, that actually, like, exist. Or, like, they just, like, stole someone's face and then just like put it in like AI. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's the whole point of AI. But they like, I don't know, they like steal like people's. Let me try to find a video. All right, so it just took me mad long to find one of these videos, but I finally found it. So like, I don't know if you guys seen these videos. I literally keep seeing these videos of like, it's like basically an AI video of like kids looking at like a costume, and they like have like the costume as like different memes or whatever. So like basically like what I've seen like on TikTok, like I'm gonna let it play for a little bit. Oh,
At costume. I want to be kids looking at costume. Check out that denim jacket. Whoa, they're even looking at a costume. I want to be kids looking at costume.
All right, so basically what I heard from TikTok, I don't know if it's true or not, but basically like all those kids like are like kids like that are like actually exist and they just like stole their faces. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's just what I've heard. But we're just gonna get into the next conspiracy theory. Honestly, I don't know too much about history. I'm pretty sure I failed it in school, but I only screenshotted this one because I thought it was kind of interesting. But this one says majority of history is greatly exaggerated from the winner's side. The winner would tell everyone how they fought for righteousness, and the other side were monsters. When in reality, it was probably the other way around. And that one kind of like stuck out to me because for like history and stuff, like since it was so long ago, like how do we know if that's true? Like how do we know that actually happened? Because it wasn't no phones to record it. We didn't have like, I don't know. I failed history, so I don't even know too much about that. But I'm gonna get into the next conspiracy theory. All right, guys. So we're gonna get into our last conspiracy theory. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting pretty tired. So this one says our phones are 100% listening to us. Several times recently, I've been talking about fairly niche subjects that I don't usually talk about, but my mate brought up to me in real life. A few days later, TikTok and Google start suggesting that specific niche, I don't know what it is. Anyways, subject that I've never Googled. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I've experienced that before. Like, that'll be something that I'll be randomly talking about and I won't even be on my phone. I'll Google something and then I'll randomly be scrolling on TikTok and I'll end up seeing an ad for it. Or like when I'm on Instagram or Snapchat, I'll get an ad for something like that I've been talking about or like something that I've like searched up before, which is actually kind of scary because how do they know what I'm searching up? I mean, actually, I know how they're doing it, but it's not really scary. But anyways, so I'm pretty much done. That's all the conspiracy theories that I've screenshotted from the comments. But let me know if you guys like this random video. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment for more future random ass videos, and let me know if you guys want me to do another conspiracy theory video. And maybe I could even have my friends join in on that one. So let me know if you guys want to see that. But I'm about to head to bed, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.
Let's go.